Ram Navratna from HR Resonance. Thank you very much for viewing my various videos on varied topics. Today, I am before you with one more interesting and a thought-provoking topic on mental health safety. I also worked for innumerable years in industry. I heard physical safety and mental well-being, etc. But mental health safety word rarely I came across. Recently, I read this. I thought, therefore, let me share some of the information which is more relevant nowadays. So, what is mental health safety? The concept of mental health safety, it involves preventing injury to the mental well-being of the workforce. So ultimately, everybody should be mentally well-being. And why it is important? Like all other safety, it is also most important because poor mental health not only hurts the individuals, but it also reduces the corporate profits and industrial hygiene. And it is somewhere it is mentioned more than half of the world's population are currently in the work area and 15% working age adults live with a mental disorder. This is really, thought provoking. Really, one has to give a thought. Particularly, the depression and anxiety costs the global economy high, and each year, predominantly from reduced productivity, 12 billion working days are lost every year to depression and anxiety alone. This is what the figures reveal. So therefore, this is a matter of important that one should, apart from giving physical health being, mental health safety, what I'm talking, mental health being, we see mental health safety at workplace is also gaining more and more importance, and we should give adequate importance and attention towards that. Well, on this deliberations, further I am bringing to your notice certain information which you can view and post your views in comments column. Well, having said about what is mental health and safety, in any organization or in any set of establishment, mental health safety is important, which one has to consider. Along with the psychological well-being, which we normally practice and talk and say, psychological safety is also very, very important normally, which we forget. Let us see some of the common signs of a mental health condition. Feeling suicidal or self-harming, paranoia or anxiety, experiencing hallucinations or delusions, and some of the consequences of poor mental health on the workplace we can see are or exhibit are some consequences of poor mental health in the workplace: increased risk of a workplace injury or an accident, decreased work performance, thereby leading to less productivity, on and often work errors, higher turnover rates. Then some more affecting factors are for these: poor workplace relationship, low work clarity, violent and traumatic events, poor support from the colleagues, they can be reflected. So, having sensed this problem, how we employers can support mental health at work? Number one, enforce inclusive health and safety policies, provide relevant benefits and initiatives, encourage open communication, promote active participation. Employer, in addition to this, some more, whatever he feels suitable or sense, he can practice and strengthen this. Some of the tips to improve mental health or well-being which I read are discussing problems, issues with colleagues for resolving or for consolation. Keep oneself organized and practice time management so that mind will be busy. Be practical in all the aspects. Further, taking care of self. Self-care or self, that is, love is vital to one's health and mental health state of mind. That is how Indian society and families are strong in that. Then avoiding fault finding or perfectionism. This is all stressful exercise, therefore one should avoid. Indulge in physical activities. So it is along with in all our routines. So physical activities constitute important aspect. Physical activities such as exercise and yoga, whatever the time, at least sometime one should practice. Then practice spirituality, which we Indians value very high and give a lot of importance. That's how yoga has come to the limelight. Unveil the purpose of life, connect to the world and eliminate stress. Today, most of the problems are because of the stress and high stress. Next step is in improving mental health and well-being is practice mindfulness. I'll not go into the details. Avoid repressing anxiety. So many people are many times anxiety. What you resist persists. Anxiety is a normal response to stress. So be calm and quiet, try to be normal. Talk to a therapist or professional psychologist. If one feels like the stress is too much, please visit a professional and get proper care and other measures. Thus, mental health plays a very important role not only in personal life, professional life, industrial life, in everywhere. We have to give lot of importance or some element of time one should spend in that without forgetting. Then, zero tolerance to stigma and discrimination. Stigma is when someone sees you in a negative way because of one's mental illness. Then discrimination is when someone treats you in a negative way because of the mental illness. Therefore, social stigma and discrimination can make mental health problems worse and stop a person from getting the help they need. Then how one can help for this mental illness in available way? If you have a friend or loved one diagnosed with a mental illness, some of the ways one can help, they are all in a generic nature. Reach out and let them know you are available. So that help, console, give a confidence, clarification, be with them. So that sense of security and confidence. Offer to help them access mental health services. Treat them with great respect. Don't define them by their diagnosis. Learn and share the facts about mental health, realistic way. Then, having seen all these facets, some of the questions for us are, which we should ponder and think over. Are we addressing mental health safety issues at our workplace? Most of the time it is forgotten or not thought of, in my opinion. Have we incorporated mental health hazard at our workplace? Have we taken any control measure for our workplace to mitigate mental health safety hazards? I think like hazardous study, what we make, like that, this also is essential. Have we added mental health safety topic in our various monthly calendar or training programs? So this is high time nowadays to educate and bring the awareness. As EHS officer, one has to take care of workers' physical safety as well as mental health safety. suggestion is don't limit to only physical safety. My dear friends, this information somewhere I read and gone through, and I thought this information is useful and nowadays relevant, which is almost neglected or forgotten subject. But one or the other way, we get affected with a lot of anxiety, stress, we find, etc., etc. Therefore, I thought, let me share this information in a simple and generalistic way. But I am not the specialist. From a general point of view, I share this information. If this information, my dear viewers, is useful to you, helpful to you, please like, share to the maximum, send to all your known industries. Last but not least, don't forget to subscribe to our HR Resonance channel. Thank you very much for your patient viewing and seeing.